What is up, guys? Welcome to Boomer Base. Today we're here to talk about Solo Leveling Episode 1 for the new 2024 anime, the new Attack on Titan, the new hit anime, however you want to talk about it really, but we're here to talk about Episode 1, so let's get cracking. But before we get to the real content, if you end up liking what you see and want to see more, please subscribe and hit the bell to be notified anytime I upload. So, welcome everybody. We'll be doing weekly reviews of Solo Leveling as well. I thought for this year we might try out a few anime that are going to be either nice or just big hits, and I thought I would try to do some weekly reviews rather than a end of series review. Maybe do a little bit more anime this year. So hope you guys enjoy that. If you let me know, liking down below really helps me and whatnot. So let's talk a bit about the episode. So overall, a very decent episode. Now, it doesn't have much action in or anything like that. We're setting up for big things. Now, I'll try not to talk about any specific manga or manhwa spoilers at all for anyone, just because I want this to be free from spoilers. I have read the entire series, but it's been about a year now, which for me is really good because it's just enough for me to remember that I really enjoyed it and binged it in about like a 1 to 2 sitting sort of thing. I really got into it. And I can remember little bits, but I can't specifically put words to my mouth for what those bits are. So I'm very excited for this, and I'm very happy with it. They added a few little bits and extra bits and bobs in the beginning, which I really liked. You know, considering it's a first episode and it didn't have much action in, I think overall it's really good. It has a nice cliffhanger ending, which is really nice. Something people are very much expecting to happen in this episode is probably going to be in episode 2, and it's to do with a certain character's smile, but I won't explain anything to do with that. I think all the characters look really nice animation wise. I don't think there's anything wrong with them. I like that we got to see the setup with the ants in the beginning. I think that was really good for people to see, just a bit of added stuff that I don't think from memory was in the beginning of the manga. So that was really cool. I like that it sets up the world. It's a kind of typical fantasy thing. Gates started opening up. You know, people got these specific powers and they can be hunters to hunt them. But I like that it's not a world where you can die or things and maybe come back to life or be revived. There are some anime where you can be revived. And things, and I'm not talking specifically anything to do with further down the line for this at all, so I'm just talking about specifically in anime as a whole. I like that you've got the different variation in the classes that you see a lot with the ranks. You've got our main Jinwoo Sung as an E class, so he's pretty much the bottom of the barrel. He sucks. Even on E rank gates and D rank gates, he normally ends up nearly dying, but as he mentioned in the episode, he has to provide for his mum and family, so that's why he's doing this. And in the episode, they enter a dungeon, they manage to make it through, and they find what's called a double dungeon. And they go through with that and enter some doors, and they read off some stuff on a tablet, which is very important for later. And then these big giant statues, some dude just says, fuck it, I'm gonna escape, and he gets cleaved in half, which was so good. Like, I really wish I didn't know that was coming, and some of the bits that are coming up, because it's just it's going to be so good. I'm so excited to see the anime go forward, and I think it is going to be one of, if not the biggest hit of 2024 for anime. My prediction now is this will be like Attack on Titan and things, and will just go down in history. It was an insane manga, very generic in some elements, and it falls into a lot of tropes that are used a lot. And I think it's perfectly fine. It has a darker element. There's some really cool bits, and especially some really good fight scenes towards the end of the series. Some of those fight scenes are going to go absolutely insane, and I'm all for it. But overall, I watched the trailer. I was very excited for it. I roughly think I know where we're going to get by the end of the 12 episodes, which is completely fine. I think they maybe could have pushed for a 24 episode season, but I don't know if they're kind of just maybe trying to either just see how people are going to be with this. You know, you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket if it's not going to be a hit show. It should be, and I think it will be. But it also could be they're wanting to milk it for more, all that type of stuff, which, you know, could be fine in things. As long as the series continues and happens well, I am for whatever form of waiting I have to do in things. Potentially, some bits in the line could just genuinely be a movie for it, but I don't think they'll go down that route at all. But I mean, I don't think it's a perfect episode at all. I think it's a very strong episode considering I know what's going to happen. I think for people that don't know, I think it will be feeling like a very generic 6 or 7 episode overall. But it's hard to dissociate with what I know for this episode. But overall, I really liked it. I've got high hopes for it. I think it's going to have a lot of hype around it, which is really important, and I really like that. There's never a bad thing for anime to sort of pop off and become trending on things. It's always really good for the anime community as a whole, unless it's like negative things, like real bad, like messed up prison type of stuff. But as a whole, any news for anime, any hype and trending things for anime, whether it's songs, movies, anything like that, is always really good. You know, we've had The Boy and the Heron, and that's received a Golden Globe. That's always really positive stuff for the anime community as a whole. So I'm hoping, like Attack on Titan, this breaks the internet a lot and goes down in history. I think it will. You've heard it here. I hope so. But I don't think there's really many even negatives to say about it, to be fair. I think it's hard for me to discern or disassociate with knowing what I know as I know what's coming up. It's just simple. It's a good starting point. It ends in a cliffhanger a bit like The Promised Neverland, where it just has that darker ending for the episode 1, which I think is a really good hook for people. Like, it can all be hunky-dory, you know, semi-fine. They're going into a dungeon. With things like this, you're never really sure what's going to happen. Lots of different like variables and routes can happen. He could be the chosen one, or, you know, have a really OP power, could get saved by a really powerful girl that he ends up being in his party. Lots of different things. This one ends with they're trapped, shit's hit the fan, they look like they're all going to die. So that's a really cool ending for me. So I won't go into too much more detail at all about anything. I think I'm in a really good position for when this series is coming out to not remember much, so I'm really happy with that. And honestly, I'm just looking forward to having a good anime again every week to watch. So yeah, I want to thank everyone for watching this. Hope you enjoyed the first episode review for this. As I mentioned, they'll all continue to be spoiler free for past the episode. I'll talk about the episode within this episode review. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and tune in next week, or I think actually this week, seeing as I think I'm a day or so late on it. But yeah, tune in next time. Take care. All the best. Bye-bye.
Hey, thank you for watching the video. Click the button to keep watching, or click the other video for more videos, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.